Hello and welcome to Magzie's Fun Time. This is Magzie and we are in a completely new mod pack. This is the one. We are starting it on the weekends. I will not be doing that many quests in this one. We are going to do the initial one and go to the classroom. And we'll probably make our first wand. And that'll be about it. I usually do a quick start guide for these kind of things. But this pack is actually kind of like a tutorial pack that teaches you the main aspects of Thaumaturgy. So, to get to know this pack, this is Teagan's Guide to Thaumaturgy. Now, I may be saying that name wrong, but that's the way I say it, so you'll have to mind those things. Now, there's a couple of notes on this. I did go and add FTB lib and FTB utilities, and the reason why I did is because I couldn't find a good way to chunk load in this pack. So there's okay, so that is in here. There will be certain areas you will want to chunk load. All right, you want them to be running while you're off doing stuff, and you will be going out here. The map was what do they call it? Superimposed, I guess, into a world. So everything out there around the school is from a generated world, and then this was pre-built. Now, the information for the map is on Teagan's curse page. So I am leaving a link to her curse page down below, and you can get a link to the map through the Teagan's Guide to Thaumaturgy project page. There's a link on there to the guy who built this. I believe it's from Planet Minecraft. I'm not sure. So I'm going to leave the links for her. She's got them on the page. You can go check those out. Teagan's also got a YouTube channel, and she makes, not only is she on the team for the Great Orinator, I cannot say the dude's name. I am really, really sorry. And she helps that team make packs. She's also part of the Squad Network, which is the one Modii101 is in. I don't know if he's in it or if he's the controlling member. I just watched Modii101's channel, him and Heather and AB. And so I will be leaving a link to his channel in there so you can get a link to the Squad Network. So there'll be, every episode will have a link to her curse page, her YouTube channel, Modie's YouTube channel, and his Squad Network. A couple of them have played through this, so you can go see their view on it. These are the types of packs I want to do. I'd rather do packs like this than to do like mod. Sorry about that. Like mod, like teaching you about the mods. I'd rather play through this so you guys can see for yourselves what the mod is about. So if you have any more packs that are like this that basically teach you about one mod specifically, I would love to play those on camera. So just leave those in the description and I'll take a look at them. That's where we're at now. Now, to start out here, you have a book in your inventory. She starts you out with some apples, which is weird. You don't really need these if you don't want them. I keep them because you can scan them when you get the scanner. And the book, which you don't need, you can press the tilde key, and if anybody doesn't know what the tilde key is, it's the one next to the number 1 on your keyboard by the American standard keyboard layout. And right below the escape. And if you press that button, there is the Teagan's Guide, and there's different themes here. You can go Stronghold, or Nether, Standard, and the Vanilla. You can go with Stronghold. There you go. And then they have a quest, and the first quest here is Welcome. Okay? We'll get to the quest in a minute. The first thing you're going to do before you go anywhere is, let me show you guys, in this pack, by default, not mode, rule. keep inventory. So, and you just hit that, and as you can see, keep inventory is true. And also, just so you guys know, mob griefing is also false. Now, a lot of this stuff in the map here is set up exactly the way it needs to be set up, which is why mob griefing is turned off. And since it's a teaching pack, they want you to keep all of your stuff so that you don't have to keep remaking stuff. A lot of the stuff is like really, really expensive, and at times, sometimes you will be destroying stuff to make the stuff that you want, and it's just really irritating to lose that stuff, especially when you're just trying to learn a mod that you've never learned before and that you didn't understand before. So that's why those are turned off. Plus, Modii101 really likes to have those turned on by default anyway. So, yeah. And the pack was made for the squad network. This was made just by Teagan, and I believe her husband, quotations, I don't know, but I know she worked on it, and it's one of the first ones she did. But all that information you can catch on her Curse channel. So, the first thing you will want to do is J by default, or not, it will bring up this. Waypoints, I believe, is B to make new ones. Yes, it is. And you will want to make a waypoint right here. This is the pier, all right? It's what I call it, because there's no boats here. So, that's what these are supposed to be. Hold on, guys. Okay. So there's a guy outside with a lawnmower. He might be starting to mow. If that's the case, we can come back in a few minutes. We might be able to get this done before then. We'll see how loud the lawnmower gets. So I did, in fact, make a waypoint here, and I got it to pier, and I did that so I could show you guys another by default feature is that teleporting is turned on by default. There you go. You can teleport. Now, cheats aren't on, as far as I know. So if I try to change game mode here, let's try this. Don't have permission. All right. So it's a special thing that she's turned on, and it's wonderful. Especially this. I'm gonna jump in creative in a second because I know how to do that. And we're gonna circle around, and I'm gonna show you the map from overhead. So we're gonna do that before we start the quest line. Or we might do it at the end of the video to make a surprise at the end of the video, so people have to watch all the way through. We will get to dealing with that. Now, there are areas in here that aren't lit up pretty good, and there's two specifically that I will show you that you probably want to light up. So we'll get to those, I promise. So, with all that said, let's get into this. I am a big fan of Thaumaturgy. It is one of the best magic mods there is. It's an actual magic mod, not those fake mods, fake tech mods that disguise themselves as magic mods like Britannia and Blood Magic. Alright, I do not consider Blood Magic or Britannia magic mods. And if you watch my channel long enough, you know this. So, we're getting into the night. The first quest here is Introduction. You have traveled far and long to reach this school. Have a seat and eat, then retire to the dorm for the rest of the day. So, you have arrived at the school, and you will be spending the next 4 years of this time. Next 4 years at. It is time to head up the stairs and enter the Great Hall. This is a checkbox task. You will see throughout the book. You click the red X when the task is complete. Basically, she gives you information sometimes. Sometimes she gives you just like details about a quest and just information for you to read. And all she wants you to do is to click on the quest here, and then it will be tickered. And now we have the Great Hall quest. This is where you will have your 3 meals a day. Help yourself to cake and food from the chest. Note, journey map is your friend. Keep track of these. Okay. So, every time you go to a new area, make a waypoint, guys. You do not want this. This place is huge, and I'm going to show you that. There are 3 exits from the school you want to mark, and I'll get around to those 3 a little later in the series. Everywhere I make a waypoint, you probably should make a waypoint if you're going to play this pack. All right. So we're going to head up into the school, and it is a long, long way. So now, when you get up to this point up here, do not make a waypoint here. All right. You can get to anywhere in the school by going back to the Great Hall, usually. All right. So once we get up and complete the quest for the Great Hall, which is, I always forget to come into here first, right here. And you do have to stand, the detection sometimes takes a minute, so you'll have to stand in the location for at least a few seconds to get it to complete. And also, just for the reference in the book, it gives you the coordinates. All right. So you can actually go to the exact location. All right. So if you get lost and you can't find it, all right, the X, Y, and Z is in the book. And this will give us a axe, which we will need. And I am going to press B and label this as the Great Hall. And we will press save. There we go. These guys are all around. I believe this map was built in vanilla. All right, with no mods. So with the idea of no mobs on it, and it was used for the theme, because it's supposed to be like the Hogwarts castle, if that's the theme of it. So these blocks, there's blocks of metal all around. I am suggesting, as part of the quote quick start guide, when you get a pick, come back and take all these. All right. The whole premise of the mod is to, or the pack is for you to teach you guys how to actually get through the mod. So these will help you so you don't have to go mining as much. All right. If you like mining, skip it. You can leave them there. There's also diamonds in one of the towers. There is, I believe, 18 blocks of diamonds in the towers, which will help you not have to mine forever to find diamonds. All right. So just be mindful of that. You also get some quest rewards that will help you out, but just that's mindfulness. In here, we do have cake on the tables, and in the chest are a variety of foods. All right. There we go. You are going to want to take one of each of these foods. Your first instinct will be to just grab your favorite, but you can scan each one of these for essence, which you will need in this pack. All right. So we will be eating steak, but just to let you know, guys, that's the thing. So you will be wanting to scan each one of these, and also you will need a potato for one of the quests. My dog is driving me nuts. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. My wife's off work, and she let him in the room, and he doesn't like being in the room. He likes coming in here, but he doesn't like to stay in here. He just likes to come in, look around, and go back out. And he'll do like 100 times, you know what I'm saying? That type of deal. Anyway, you need a potato for one of the quests in the future. All right, so just grab one of each, and then we're done here. And don't forget to come scan the purple carpet, the fence, the blocks, this quartz slab. Don't forget to scan those. You cannot scan these slabs, but you can scan the quartz slab for some reason. I don't know. So, and if we go to J and check our waypoints, we have one at the Great Hall. So, next thing you'll do as the part starting, this is the orientation. This is kind of letting you around the place. There's two quests here. We have the dormitories and we have the bookstore. Both of them lead in the same direction. We're going to do the bookstore first. So, we have a lovely bookstore with items students may need during their years here. Also, wizards are notorious for being pack rats, so here is something to get you started. head up the flight of stairs to the store. Now, it's not an actual store, all right? You can't buy things there that I have found. If you guys discover that you can buy stuff here, let me know. But I haven't actually gotten to buy stuff here. But the bookstore is right over here. You can see the sign that says bookstore. And I would make a waypoint here, just because I make a waypoint everywhere there's a quest. So I press B, and I press bookstore, store. There we go. And now if we go into here, it is off, and you can do that, or you can go into the settings here and waypoints and just make sure they're disabled, because I hate those floating lines shooting up in the sky. And make it a better experience for you. Now, this guy here is the book guy. If you right click on him, he just says hello Magnus Meyer, or whatever your name is. These shelves do have books in them. I'm assuming you can read them. All right. I haven't actually opened any of them, so I don't know. You could try. So the first thing you want to do is grab some quickies, because you can scan these. You want to grab one of these because you might need to move your storage drawers. You will be getting storage drawers by default for the game. So, and you can leave the rest of these down here, but you want to make sure you scan one of the glasses. You want to scan all these machines when you get done with your scanning quest. Everything in here you'll want to scan. And armor stand here. Just steal that. And now if we scroll F5, now we actually have robes on. You can get a set of robes from up in the dormitory also, but you can just take them from here, and then you already have them on. This just gives us 6 2x2 drawers and a drawer controller. Hit done. And now it's the dormitory. Now that you have been fed, you're fed, head to your room. Classrooms start first thing in the tomorrow. Head south of the Great Hall, up the stairs to the very top. And it gives you the location, and this gives you a pickaxe. So, we will head up there. That's the classrooms. Go all the way to the top. This is the first classrooms. Sometimes I get lost here. There's like a double stair that you have to go through. There we go. Here we go. And this is the dormitory. Now you don't want to save here, all right? But you will complete the quest right here. I always make my waypoint up here by the bed, so I can just teleport up and sleep. And the beds are at the top. This is the storage closet. I have never used it. It's kind of small, but there is space up here for you to put some more stuff if you want to do that and leave your stuff in here. I have a room that I like to use, and I'm going to show you that room at the end of the video. There's not anything in any of these chests, so don't forget to scan these redstone lamps when you get to be able to scan. Also, you want to scan the bookshelf. And we're going to go up here, and this is the room I usually save in. So I'm going to hit B here again and go put dorm. Like that, and is it light outside? It is light outside, so we will not be able to sleep, but I will sleep before the next episode. I'm just running around off camera gathering some stuff up, and you can use these stuff. There's a chest here you can use initially till you get your storage rooms up set up, and that's fine. And we can just put all of these in here except for the food you're going to eat, which is, for me, steak. I will switch to baked potatoes for a specific reason, but not right now. So, now that we have got a waypoint, just make sure that you actually made your waypoint for the dorms. We can go and teleport back to the Great Hall. And we can complete that quest. And that gives us the pick. And at this point is when I stop. And I go around and gather these, and there's a storage building above the medical ward where it has some more stuff in there for you to gather. And when you get a diamond pick, there's some obsidian up there that you can gather that'll help you out in the future. I don't know whether the design for the pack was for you to be able to use these, but I'm going to. So we'll get to that in a second. Now, that is orientation. The first thing after this, okay, hold on. Orientation is the next one, which we're going to go up and make our first one. So we want to go up to the classrooms, and we're going to do that. And that's going to be the end of this episode. That will be the quick start guide. I'm going to show you guys the room that I like to use as my storage room. And I don't make a waypoint here. I make a waypoint at every single classroom. So if we go up here, this is where the classrooms start. This is the initial orientation room. And my classroom, I just make this classroom 1. Because I'm not spelling out orientation. Yes. Now, there is something that I do like to do. We're going to take these books down. All right. Now, if you're playing this in multiplayer, leave these books here. Take books from somewhere else. Down the hall, inside the classroom. There's some books right over back there. And we're going to kind of dig around this sign here. And on this side here, right here. And in this chest here is some basic supplies. Get you some of this wood here. And what we're going to do is make these back into bookcases. And there is a reason to my madness, all right? And you'll probably want some sticks, so grab that. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this like that. And then this one here and this one here. And there is a reason for this. I'm going to put a bookcase here when I find the extra books. I'll find them from somewhere. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this look a little bit better by extending this corner out just a little bit. Just a little bit. I could take those out up there if I really, really wanted to. It doesn't really look right, does it? You can just leave it open if you want. It doesn't look too bad. And verify that my waypoint is at classroom 1. Okay. And then we can complete that quest. And we claim our book. There is some of the quests do have extra parts, so if we come into here, you can go over. There are keys. The first year classrooms was a waypoint, and then classroom 1 was a different one. So, and now our first thing we need to do as part of our orientation is to make a iron capped wand, which requires 3 of you. Put that. Turn it into nuggets. 1, 2. And some quest will require you to have the items to craft it. This just wants us to have the wand, so we don't have to worry about that. If a quest requires you to have the actual ingredients in your inventory first, you have to have all the ingredients in your inventory for it to actually complete it. If you make the item while you're, like if I put these down here and then I do this without going out of this crafting station, it will not count them as in my inventory till I leave the crafting station. So make sure you leave the items in your inventory for the quest. Make sure you have them all in there. Make sure you leave them in there for at least 2 to 3 seconds for the book to detect it, or the mod to detect it. And now if we go back to here, we have a chest piece. Don't put this on. I just put it in here. You'll want to scan these armor pieces. I would just stick with the default school garb. You will be switching to the magical armors. And also don't forget to scan these, as well as these. And we're going to put the rest of these in here. And then we'll move on to the next quest here, which is to make a research table. Your next assignment is to create a research table. This will be used to store and combine aspects to unlock new knowledge in your textbook. You will find the materials to make it in the chest. Reference the textbook Artifaci research table. We don't need to do that, but if you do need to look at the book at any time, you can right click on the book and the following tabs. She'll tell you exactly where to go to find it. Artifaci is right here, and then the research table is here. The Arcane Workbench is here, if you need to reference those. The recipe here for this, and you will need 3 tables. Alright, so I'm telling you now, you will need 3 tables. So go ahead and make 3, even though the quest only asked for 2. 3 tables. You'll need them. Alright? And the other part of the quest, come on, here is the scribing tools, which we can do you and you and you. And you just put these in here in any shapeless recipe as long as they're into the bench. We put this here, we'll put this at the bottom of the page, doesn't matter. And I'm going to move these guys up. All the items that I don't need right now, I'm moving them up out of my inventory. And that completed that one. And that gives us the pants, which we are going to throw into here. Now, it wants us to make a thermometer, but we were supposed to actually place this somewhere, right? That's weird. Okay, so, yeah, we're supposed to place this somewhere and make it into a table. I want you to come out here, and I want you to place this right here, exactly where I have it, in front of these bookshelves. Now, what this is going to do, excuse me guys, let me get a drink up real quick. I get an itchy throat again. If I right click on here, you'll see nothing in here. If you put your bookcase in front, we'll be doing some scanning and you'll get more stuff in here, and I'll show you again. If you put your bookcase in front of these will replenish some of your aspects in your table. So make sure you put those there. There's also a couple of things down in the library. We're going to grab those. We're going to bring those up here next to our table as well. And this is going to be our default table, which is why you make the waypoint at Classroom 1. Okay? Next quest. This is the thermometer. People have trouble saying this. Thermometer. It's I'm saying it as like a thermometer, like takes temperature. It's totally not pronounced that way, so it's okay. As you can see, it's 2 gold, a glass, and 2 of any shard. All right. Now, your first instinct here will be coming in here, grab 2 of these, and a piece of glass. All right. That will be a mistake. All right. What you want to do is you want to grab all of these, 4 pieces of glass. Because unlike most playthroughs, you will see, I like to future-proof, and you will be needing thermometers for at least 3 other things. All right. Which means you're going to have to make these again. So the best thing for you to do is to go ahead and make all 4 of them at one time, and then you future-proof yourself for a while. So make 4 of these, and then just stick 3 of them back into here, and you can come back into the classroom. This is where I do most of my initial crafting and stuff at the beginning of the game. And yeah, so it's all good. And now you have the thermometer, which allows you to scan stuff. All right. So don't start scanning yet. There's a quest for scanning. All right. I'm going to put you into here, and we also going to put all you back. Everything in this chest needs to be scanned, including the stuff that you put in there after you're done with the scanning quest. So we're going to hit done. Scan away, and then we have the Arcane Work table. All right, so scan away. On the bulletin board back in the classroom explains how you can unlock the secrets of your thermometer. Follow the steps on order. You will have to remove items from the frames in order to scan them. And don't complete this until you've actually scanned everything. So, if right here, it says combine Aqua and Terra in your research table. So we go over here to our research table that we just made. Aqua and, I'm sorry, Terra, right? Terra, Aqua and Terra. Aqua, Terra, done. And this gives us Victus. You need this, all right? You see how this has got a little sparkle on it now? This means that this will regenerate if you use this. So it gives it aspects back. That's why we put this here. There's other ways to get aspects in here too. I'm going to show you that probably in the next episode. So stage 2, or step 2, scan the torch. Step 3, scan the coal. Scan the grass block. Scan the trap door. In order to scan this door, you will have to hold down shift, and you have to kind of aim at the top there. Here we go. Scan the bowl. In order to scan the bowl, you have to take the bowl out of the thing here, and then scan it. Put it back. Scan the glass. No, not the item frame. Come on. If you have trouble, just scan this glass over here. Sometimes the items frame get in your way of actually, because it kind of counts to be out here instead of like on the wall. So sometimes it gets in your way. As long as you scan some glass, this is fine. It's the same thing. Combine Victus and Perdido in your crafting table. I will not be using the regular words for these unless they tells it to you. What was it again? Very forgetful. Victus and Perdido. So Victus is this one, and Permito is this one, and we put those two together, and that gives us this one. Now we can scan this mossy stone. And we have to scan each one of these. So we do the egg, we do the feather, and make sure you put these back, especially if you're doing multiplayer, because everybody has to do this. All right. Scan soul sand. You will be needing soul sand later on, and you will forget that you scanned it here, but you did scan it here, and that's the reason why you have the aspects for it. Scan the amber. You can also scan the actual amber once you break this block, and I would come here and break this if you're playing single player. If you're playing multiplayer, leave this in the wall. Scan the paper. Scan the rotten flesh. Scan the flint. Scan the obsidian. Scan the essence. You can find the essence by destroying nodes. Also, there are special little creatures that fly around, and you kill them, you will get the essence also. That's not noted here. And you can scan each one of the essence, I think. There's like a bunch of different varieties, if I'm not mistaken. And one of you guys. And then that's it. Once you have done all that, come on here and then done here. Once you complete every quest in the orientation, don't move on to the next quest line. Go around, I'm going to do this off camera, go around and scan every single thing you can possibly scan in the entire school. Alright? There are a bunch of different machines, alchemy machines and stuff that you can scan in the school that you haven't even made yet. So go around everywhere, explore, scan everything. Alright? I'll be doing that off camera. So, the next quest for us is to Arcane Workbench. The Arcane Workbench work table is the Thaumaturgy's crafting table and is powered by your wand. You can find the materials to craft in the chest, reference your book, artifice, or work table, place it down and right click it. We are going to place this, I usually place it inside, but I think for this Let's Play, I am going to place it right here. Because most of our time will be spent out here anyway. And my wife has a cold, so you have to excuse her coughing. And that gives us the Arcane Work Table. Make sure you take your wand back out, you need it with you. And you do need to actually pick this up to complete the quest. And then you can place it back down. Once you've made it, I don't think you can unmake it, so it's stuck as the Arcane Work Table now. So just be mindful of that. And there's our boots. And just as a point of reference, I'm going to show you guys this. Drop these on the ground. Scan these. You also want to scan each one of the tools that you were given, as so. And then if you come back to your work table here, they're in here. And those are your actual currency for the pack, because this pack does have, I'm going to put this in the bottom left hand corner because I've already scanned it. This pack does have the mini game turned off in it, so you buy everything in the book. I will show you using aspects, which is I like better than the mini game. And the mini game in the newest version of it has been turned off. I will point as a reference right now that this pack is a 1.710 pack. All right, so this is an older version of Thaumaturgy. This is not the 1.10 version of Thaumaturgy, and I don't think that's actually out for current release yet. And I think it's going to be updated all the way up to 1.12 version of Minecraft. But this is the 1.7 version. So I don't know what version of Thaumaturgy it is. I will look that up and I'll let you guys know in the comments down below. So finally, this is what we were waiting on to end the episode off, and we are running quite long. Charging up your wand. In this school, there is a special room full of nodes. Head out to the Great Hall south of the courtyard, go over the bridge, through the library. The nodes have aspects of power that you can see in the charge, that you can use to charge your wand. Head there now and right click on each of the nodes with your wand to fill it with V. Alright, so make sure you made your waypoint here, and then go back to the Great Hall. And it says head out and south, which is this way. There's more of the block. I believe it's this way. Don't forget to scan the snow. You can also scan the cobble and the slabs. Can't be scanned. The stairs can I'm going to do all this off camera though, so I'm not going to do it. There's lots of stuff you can scan. I will note a couple things though. Make sure you scan these. And take these. There's one on each side. Take both of them. Alright. Okay. And I'll show you what to do with those in a second. This is the node recharge room. And you want to scan this first one here. The rest of these have been scanned, as you can see. It will not let you scan them if you press right click. You right click by scanning because I don't know if I actually said that. Also, scan the node stabilizer. You can only scan it once, but hey, you know, something people don't think of. And then you want to fill your wand up. So you point it at the node, just right click, and at the top left hand corner up there, you will see that your aspect for Earth is filling up, and now it's full. You can also press shift and it'll actually give you a total amount that's being filled up. So we can look at that and see that the number's filling up. Just hold shift while you're right clicking. And fire. Now when you get up to the node quest line, you actually, I would suggest putting more nodes in here, the stabilizers. But that's up to you guys. You'll need more than these guys are holding. And I believe they hold 60. Yeah. It's hard to see the black one, but it is filling up, as you can see there. We're at 25. And there we go. And you want to mark this room. All right, so mark this room right here as the wand recharge. And once you do that, you should have found the quest. You claim that. It gives you a title, which you can put in by going here and putting the title of novice in here. And also, it gives you, I'm not throw your wand down like I just did. It gives you a loot box, which you can open. Scan anything you get out of loot boxes. Okay. Make sure you scan everything. And right here, right here, this is the room I like to use as my storage room. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and place this stuff down here. I'm going to move it over. I'm going to put that there. I put all these drawers on this side. I put all the compression drawers you're going to get on this side. And I label this room as the crafting room. Whenever a quest wants us to craft something, this is the room we come in. Once you complete the classroom quest, bring all your stuff down here and just set it up down here. That's the best way to do it. The only exception with that is you might want to leave the stuff in the alchemy lab because it's easier to use it up there, but I would set up another one down here for you to use down here. So I think that's all for right now. We're going to head out up, I believe, to the dormitories. We're going to try to sleep to set our spawn, because you will die in this pack. It's only sleep at night. Is it raining? It is raining. I'm going to clear the weather. So in order to change it to creative, I'm going to have to turn cheats on. So that's how you do that. And then we are going to clear weather. Wait, might be found what? Was the weather clear? Weather clear. There we go. All right. And we're going to go back down to the Great Hall. And we're going to go game mode 1. Real quick, end the episode off. I'm going to fly up. I'm going to show you the overhead view of the castle here. This place is huge. That's the pier down there. This is the main school, classrooms, that kind of stuff over here. There is a second exit out of the school over here somewhere. Yeah, right there across the bridge. And then the third exit is over here near the greenhouses. All right, animals. Exit for the animals. So this is the school. I don't know where the animals are at. I think they're up here. I'm going to show you the greenhouses tomorrow. We'll go take a look at that the next episode. So, very pretty. I love this. The fact that it was built in vanilla makes it even better. I did want to make a point on the animals, and I don't remember which side they're on. I believe they're up here, though. Yeah. Right in between this building. Actually, to show you in here, we can just, you know, we're in creative, so we can just fall with no damage. They will send you here, so you can make a waypoint right now. You don't have to. This is where the animals are at. There's also a silverwood tree here and some greatwood trees. You will need these. Feel free to cut these down. It should give you stuff to regrow with. And there is sheep, cows, and chickens right here. Also, there's pigs inside. Make sure you breed these 3 guys. You will need lots of this stuff. And you can get the wheat from the greenhouses. I'll kind of go ahead and show you how to get to the greenhouses since you need to know that. And then we got to call it because it's getting really, really long. So if you go back to the wand recharge room, the greenhouses are this way. And I'm going to go ahead and mark them. And I believe the first one right here has some wheat in it. I'm going to go ahead and mark this as the greenhouses right here. B, greenhouses. Just so I don't have to make the waypoint again later. I'll show you all the future waypoints I make off camera. Off camera, I am going to go around and scan everything. I'm going to go around and get the blocks of gold and iron that I know about. I'm going to scan everything in the school. So you want, if you're going to follow along on this pack and follow along with me as I play through it, make sure you go around and scan every single thing. As the point, these doors right here can be scanned. These levers, make sure you press shift first so you can scan those. You can scan the nether brick stairs, you can scan the nether brick, scan everything. You can scan these pictures. You get what I'm saying? Everything. Scan everything. Alright. If you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. If you subscribe to my channel, make sure you set your notifications. When you do, I'll send you notifications when I have new videos out. You guys can come check it out, see if you like it. If you do like this episode, you want to share it with your friends, tell them how much you like it. There's a share tab down below. Click on the share tab, copy the link, post it on your Facebook, Twitter, or if you do social media. If you have any tips, tricks, and comments, put them down in the comments down below. This is an extended long one because we're doing kind of like a quick start, my quick start guide of it. Stuff you need to start out with and do before you actually play through the quests. Normal episode will probably be around 20 minutes, just so you guys know. I'm going to try to keep the episodes around 20 minutes. And I'm going to try to do every possible thing that I can do off camera. Alright? So you won't see me mining. You won't see me going around scanning for nodes. I will do that off camera. I will mark them. We'll just teleport to them when we need to. And that's it. That's it, guys. Make sure if you have any comments, put them down in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys later on the next episode.